Antes de iniciar a quest de Yennefer, eu fiz algumas... Ah, velho, pera aí. Vou ficar com 13 tochas na mão, velho, só
Greetings.
peso.
Looking to buy?
Uma bastante.
So long.
Eu evoluí algumas poções aqui, tá? E assim, ó, quando você evolui a poção até o nível superior, ela adquire um poder especial, certo? Por exemplo, andorinha. Levar dano não interrompe a regeneração. Isso acontecia antes, agora não acontece mais. Elixir de Raffard. Ela restaura imediatamente toda a vitalidade e concede imunidade a dano por curta duração. Você ganha alguma coisa quando você atinge até o nível superior. O fio de Petra é muito interessante porque sinais sempre aplicam seus efeitos especiais. Na verdade, ó, quando você usa o fio de Petra agora, você sempre vai aplicar esses efeitos aqui, ó. Dois oponentes podem ser influenciados, reflete 5% de dano, inimigos com influência de Herda sempre queimam o inimigo, entendeu? Vai ganhar todos esses efeitos aqui, ó. Arde, causa dano, por aí vai. Com relação aos olhos, os olhos no nível superior, eles têm a carga bem aumentada, não lembro quanto. Deixa eu ver aqui. Quando você coloca agora, ó, tem 60 cargas. E agora dá 50% de dano, velho. É muita coisa, entendeu? Muita coisa mesmo. As bombas, elas também adquirem efeitos especiais. Por exemplo, efeito melhorado estendido. Nesse aqui não foi grande coisa, né? Mas, por exemplo, o pó de lua, quando é superior, evita permanentemente que monstros se transformem. Isso não tinha antes, entendeu? É muito interessante evoluir poção, cara. Poção, óleo. Muito interessante mesmo. Dá uns efeitos maravilhosos. Por exemplo, coruja do mato mesmo, quando evolui no superior, durante a noite ela fica permanente. Toda vez que eu usar ela durante a noite, o efeito dela não acaba. Você fica com a regeneração de vigor super aumentada, sem limite. Isso é muito bom, velho. Agora vamos ver o que a Yennefer quer.
Take your pardon.
Ye ain't welcome here, wench.
That's my end.
A foreigner, yet carries himself proud.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Var Ipsis, a specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Var Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
They know what happened to him?
The locals say they last saw his ship off the coast of Hindisfjall. Then a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
So he's probably fish food by now.
Not necessarily. I must learn what became of him.
Why? Do you know him?
No, it's not the mage who interests me. It's his djinn.
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Storm wouldn't pose a threat if he'd had a djinn. He could just utter a wish.
Perhaps he had none left, or something unexpected happened.
All right, so what exactly do you expect me to do?
You must help me find this djinn. I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
Já sabia que ia concordar, né, Betty? Essa história aqui é necessário que você se lembre da história de como eles se conheceram.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
Lembra que teve aquela questão que eles tiveram um conflito com o Jin, e aí Geralt tinha direito ao último desejo, e ele fez um desejo no qual ele e Yennefer iam ter um laço
Lead the
eterno.
way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
Olha que safadinho.
The ship carrying the Jinn sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No.
Not sure this Jinn thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer.
Assad I Criede Rithorn.
Ready. Careful down there.
How's it going?
Yeah, you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside. Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew, then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
Ok, mas antes... Pera aí. Eu quero pegar uma cáscarazinha, né? Porque nunca se sabe quando vai precisar.
Where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Ah, é, e outra coisa, eu evolui uns olhos também. Lembrei agora, eu botei o híbrido até o superior. Eu tinha pegado dois olhos de erinha, botei também o espectral superior. Esses aqui vão demorar um pouco porque eles precisam de dois itens que são raros de encontrar. Um é o estômago de cocatriz e o outro é o fígado de troll. O estômago de cocatriz mesmo, puta que pariu, velho. Demora pra pegar,
Say
viu?
we find the gin. What do we do? Ask for a beautiful house, and a palace, and a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the gin, or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our gin's down there. Beautiful craftsmanship. Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Wood's right.
Look around, but be careful. Look for something that might indicate it's the mage's ship.
Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Hamai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donor was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Longship belonged to Clan Dimon. Yen. Doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere.
You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and the avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? Chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me.
Isso aí também passa na série, essa parte do Golden Dragon. O jogo ele é muito fiel, velho, à história dos livros, etc.
Something
Ele
strange about those rocks.
faz referência o tempo todo.
Let's see what it is.
Um dia eu vou ler os livros. A história desse jogo é tão espetacular, velho, que ele estimula você a fazer isso, a procurar mais, a querer ler os livros, etc. Sabe? Eu joguei os jogos, assisti vídeos, mas você ainda quer saber mais, sabe? Porque o jogo faz muita referência a...
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell to see through your eyes. Now relax. I su foltia beidem ein eichte illivaid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a djinn.
Fine, but get out of my eyes. Too cramped in here for us both.
I su foltia beidem ein eichte illivaid.
No gin here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Silver. Pearl-encrusted cutlery. Ship belonged to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper. It could very well be his ship.
Você vê que o navio tá cortado pela metade, né?
Something cut this basket exactly in half. Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the Jinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2... Three.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this Jinn?
But you already know. A Jinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That I know.
Eu não tenho como ir
But I also
embora.
want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a Jinn.
So that's it. This is about my last wish?
You asked that Jinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Faz sentido.
I get it. You want to know what'll happen if magic no longer binds us.
I want to know if when the Jinn's magic is gone, if we've any magic left of our own.
Wondered that myself many times.
You see, we're just a step away from learning the truth. Come, let's search the ship.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Jinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Jinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to decide how to word it. We should explore the ship.
Nothing here.
Os jeans aqui nesse universo, eles não são, tipo,
Nothing interesting here.
o gênio do Aladdin, tá ligado? Apesar de ser a ideia parecida. Mas na verdade ele tá mais quando o Jafar vira gênio. Eles são malignos e tal. Eles fazem os desejos, mas...
Interesting.
Pô, mas se você não pedir direito, pode acontecer uma coisa muito errada.
Mysteries. Agnes of Glanville. Wonder what this means. Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them.
Caralho.
Mage must have slept here. Wonder what this means. Elemental Empires by Giambattista. Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck. War left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Blood.
Não.
Someone was dragged across the deck. War left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
Think the Jinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident. When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, "Take us away, anywhere, to a mountaintop, even." and the Jinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you.
Ah,
If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
eu vou me preparar para a luta aqui.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Jinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Tame Jinn, Rif Kaishta Engaya, Kaishta et Displair, Gevired me Castle.
Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Just a bit more! I can feel his strength waning.
Filha da puta.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a Jinn can remove another Jinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free. You are free!
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a Jinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Aqui é o momento que você meio que escolhe o romance, entendeu? Se você tiver com Triss, fizer todos os passos lá pra ficar com Triss, você tem que recusar ela. Se não, você fala, usa a primeira opção.
Jin might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Ow, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while. My, it's lovely.
Think the spirits of Skellige favor us. Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. We must report to the Emperor after all.
Ciri's our concern, and only ours.
At heart, perhaps. But it's not what we agreed with Emir. We must see him.
Awfully loyal to your patron.
He happens to be your patron as well, darling. You do well to remember that. Otherwise he might feel compelled to remind you.
If we gotta, we gotta.
We wouldn't have known Ciri had returned if not for the Emperor and his agents. It's the least we can do.
Yen, what happened back there?
It was very nice. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details.
I'm going to see the Baron. Collect Uma from him, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can.
Bugou o som do portal, né, velho?
Take care of yourself.
Não era pra estar com esse som aí no fundo.
Geralt?
Found something that might belong to you. That skull some sort of accessory? If so, you've changed your style a bit.
It's a weapon.
Don't remember ever seeing you with that.
It's as you said. I've changed my style.
So, feel any different after our encounter with the Djinn?
Yes. Now I feel... regret.
Mean to say that...
That I regret we didn't try that earlier. Much earlier.
Think we would have argued less?
Quite the opposite. But the other moments would have been more intense as well. Moments like this.
Ever think about the past? About your time with the Hunt?
At times, I'm amazed we survived. Eridan's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the hunt.
Ah, yes. Your famous amnesia.
You didn't have it?
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
When the hunt had you, hope they didn't hurt you.
Even if they did, I've no memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm touched by your certainty. But you've yet to tell me how you escaped them.
Wouldn't mind knowing that myself. There are times I remember rushing forward, Red Riders around me. Next thing I know, I'm in the woods at the foot of
É o início
Kaer
do game 1,
That's it.
ao pé da floresta de Kaer. Eu já falei isso, eles foram sequestrados com o intuito de atrair Ciri. Porque eles conseguiram fugir, Geralt perdeu a memória e na verdade assim, ele se sacrificou para Yen fugir. Depois ele fugiu e perdeu a memória no processo. E ela foi achada pelos magos de Nilfgaard. Foi assim que ela estabeleceu esse vínculo aí com Nilfgaard.
What did Eredin want from you exactly?
The same thing he wanted from you. You don't recall?
Draw a blank on most of my time with him.
We were bait, Geralt. Both of us. Eredin believed Ciri would come for us sooner or later and he would capture her. Fortunately, she didn't fall for it.
How do you go from being the Emperor's hostage to being his ally?
One day, the door of my cell opened, and instead of seeing the usual officer, I saw Emir. He promised to release me and grant me free reign of the Imperial Treasury, provided I did what he asked.
He told you about Ciri, and you accepted his offer. Why?
Shared aims make for strange bedfellows. I knew I had to find Ciri before Eredin did, and if any man had the power and the means to help me, it was the Emperor. Besides, once all's said and done, he is her father.
Why didn't you look for me after you'd recovered your memory and your freedom?
I assumed you would recover quickly and find me first.
You had mages to help you. I was on my own.
Well, not entirely. Besides, I knew you'd fled the hunt. Eredin would never have let you go. He'd erased my memory, but you escaped. It was wholly possible he hadn't had the chance with you. And there were your Witcher mutations. I expected they'd stave off any serious injury.
Still can't get something out of my mind.
What?
Nada.
Thanks, Yen. See you later.
Dá XP por essa conversa. Legal. É isso, velho. Eu vou provavelmente agora eu vou ter que seguir com a quest da sucessão Skellige. Porque deixa eu ver, 18 mais 6 dá quanto? Dá 24. Não, na verdade não. Tem um espaço ainda. Só level 24 que ela vai ficar. Quer dizer, mais ou menos, né? Eu tenho até o level 23 para fazer ela. Cara, eu acho que eu vou fazer uma exploração agora de Velen. E eu vou tentar fazer alguns archivos. Eu vou tentar fazer dois archivos. Primeiro, o archivo que como é que chama? Um que você tem que repelir flecha e matar um cara repelindo flecha. Aí eu tenho que botar a ponta aqui, ó. E o outro é o das vacas. Eu achei uma localização ali, vi um cara na internet fazendo. E aí eu vou tentar. Vou deixar isso pro próximo episódio. Vai ser só pra... Esse episódio vai ser só pra fazer esses archivos mesmo. Até.